Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Well, Nicki Minaj crops up again. She was definitely putting on her best sellout move with Donald Trump. So she was actually up at the White House with Donald Trump, and they were talking about the Trump accounts. Donald Trump always got some crap going on, but she spoke briefly and did her best tap dance ever in front of the crowd. And was she ever with us? I don't think she ever was. She is a big sellout. She's always been one. But I'm not surprised. But oh yeah, she was all giddy around Donald Trump. You'll see, you know, she's skinning and grinning big, and wow, I guess this was the exciting moment of her life. And, later she was online showing that gold card that Donald Trump has. Well, she got one now. And I think she did that because of the petitions online for people were upset with her over her Turning Point USA, that interview she did with Erica Kirk, and they did a petition calling for her deportation. Well, she has purchased one of those Donald Trump gold cards for her citizenship. All right. So, and there were several videos of her online with that gold card that she got. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And of course, there's a lot of people online calling her a sellout. All right. Okay. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Okay. Thank you.
Let's be real about Nicki Minaj for a minute, y'all. She didn't just switch sides, she switched values, she switched loyalties, she switched on the very people who built her into a global icon. Because let's be crystal clear, her fame was not born in MAGA rooms. It wasn't built on Turning Point USA stages. It did not come from Trump's America. Her empire was built in Black spaces, in queer spaces, in communities that embraced her when mainstream America called her crude, classless, trashy, raunchy, and ghetto. And now she's tap dancing for the exact people who once despised her. Not because she grew, not because she thinks for herself, but because she saw a new lane to explore. This is about aligning with a political machine she thinks will shield her from criticism and consequence. She wants the illusion of power more than the reality of accountability. This is the celebrity tradition of using Black culture to rise, using queer culture to shine, then abandoning both when white conservative approval becomes more profitable. Nicki knows exactly who made her a superstar. Black girls who saw themselves in her hustle, queer fans who built entire aesthetics around her music and persona, communities who fought for her when mainstream America wanted absolutely nothing to do with her. And she repaid that loyalty by sitting beside people who legislate queer lives away, mock Black struggle, and cheer policies built on exclusion and cruelty. That is not confusion. That is cynical opportunism. Nicki Minaj wants the benefits of Blackness while cozying up to a movement built squarely on anti-Blackness. She wants the money and brilliance of queer fans while performing for people who demonize those same fans as immoral. She wants to be queen of the barbs while dancing in rooms full of people who believe her fan base is everything wrong with America. Nicki Minaj didn't just switch sides, she switched currencies. And the currency she gave up was us, Black people, queer people, the communities that carried her, crowned her, and kept her relevant long after the industry moved on. You cannot build your throne on Blackness and queerness, then run to MAGA and expect the kingdom to follow. Nicki Minaj now stands as a cautionary tale. What happens when an artist sells out her people for applause from the very crowd that once booed her? The same crowd that called her ghetto, called her too sexual, called her a bad influence, called her fans degenerates, called her entire aesthetic a threat to American values. And now suddenly she's MAGA's cultural trophy.
92% girl power redefined.
Nicki Minaj holding hands, kissing, and saying that she is Donald Trump's #1 fan at an event today is the most embarrassing thing that she has ever done. We all know her MAGA arc, but like doing this after what we have seen the past few weeks in this country is so embarrassing.
I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan.
There have been a million nails in her coffin as of late, but I feel like this has to be the final one for so many people that looked up to her for so long. When she was coming up, she was a safe space for so many people. The president and this administration has like actively tried to silence, hurt, harm, and just do so much damage to. So the fact that she is now up on that stage praising him in a way that is like so embarrassing, it first of all, it's kind of crazy. And the more she like does these stunts and stuff, I just don't know how much more the Barbs are taking. There's so many people that have already distanced themselves that were huge lovers of Nicki. And yeah, I just feel like this has to be the final nail in the coffin, especially after what happened last weekend and what is going on in this country. It's honestly like so ridiculous and disgusting.
We are in a rough political climate right now. The world is in chaos. Politics are about everyone's personal agenda. That's the reality. There's been a line drawn in the sand. Which side are you on? Let's take a look.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Now, Nikki, one thing Big Daddy T is not doing is giving no pedophiles no pardon. He ain't aligning himself with that. Let's talk about it.
Can somebody out there explain to me why Nicki Minaj would do such a thing? Why would she get in front of all these cameras and obviously lie from the very beginning of what she said all the way to the very end? 100% lies.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad day in the United States of America when these two people, Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump, are singing the same song. All right. What on earth do they have in common? What brought these two together? Besides sin, real unadulterated sin. And then she has the audacity to say God is behind them. God ain't in the middle of this, Nicki. All right. You know that. The world knows it. This is an abomination. God has never told us to align ourselves with the devil to get into the kingdom. Please, if you do have any way of verifying what you just said, provide us all with Bible chapter and verse. I'll be waiting. But in the meantime, I hope whatever you got out of this little arrangement, all right, that you've made with him, I hope it was worth it because your soul is truly on the line, young lady. And the way it looks, you just might not make it in.
Good afternoon. Well, folks, here you have it. Nicki Minaj, Donald Trump. She said, I don't know what to say, but I will say this. I think I'm his biggest fan. His number one biggest fan. Made sure to get that out in case there was any confusion. Jonathan proceeds to get up there chatting, babbling as he usually does. Says he didn't know who Nicki was. He'd been hearing some things. She's been supporting, been following, been MAGA, like loves the nails. He said he's going to grow his nails out just like her. It's all fantastic, honestly. Last but not least, Nicki would also like the record to extensively show that she does not care for the hate or the commentary. She said it doesn't affect her at all in the slightest. She says it motivates her, if anything. Motivates her to keep supporting even harder. She says she's going to continue to support. Everyone's going to continue to support. We're not going to be bullying him. Things of that nature. Mind you, I already see y'all in the comments in a frenzy. Oh, Nicki can support who she wants to. She can vote for who she wants to. All the other celebrities support Trump. Why does Nicki get all the hate? First of all, calm down. While that may be true, I fear that is the farthest thing from the point. The farthest thing. Anyway, how y'all feel? How do we feel about this? Just asking.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
I am probably the president's number one fan, and that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
There's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on.
Donald Trump just came out and introduced Nicki Minaj at his summit, and the stuff he had to say about her was truly immaculate. We got to go ahead and take a look.
I want to go. She happens to be in the wrong state right now for that. But when she heard that there's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And,
do y'all know how big that is for Donald Trump to be announcing Nicki Minaj as the greatest and most successful female rapper in history? To have the president of the United States of America introducing you first and foremost is such a big accomplishment. We're not about to sit here and act like it's not. Nicki Minaj was literally holding hands with the most powerful man in the country.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because
We create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy.
Nicki Minaj continues to laugh in the face of all her adversaries. Why? Because y'all continue to push Nicki Minaj into a whole different stratosphere. Y'all have now opened Nicki Minaj to a whole new demographic of supporters, fans, and people who are actually going to step out and support what it is that she actually puts out, whether it's music or anything else. Y'all have just propped Nicki Minaj up to a whole nother universe. And y'all really don't understand. Nicki Minaj is standing in a room with some of the most powerful politicians and some of the most powerful people in the world that help shape America and help keep America moving in the way that it moves. And I love when I see people say stuff like this because it's already been done. And baby, y'all faves support people who actually support Donald Trump and actually have business dealings with them. So let's take a step back and not really do too much. Nicki Minaj just continues to win. And that's why y'all really mad. Donald Trump also had this to say in a new video released with him and Nicki Minaj.
Guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time. And I'm with the queen of rap.
We get it. We will be mad too if it was so easy to cancel our faves, but it's not easy to cancel Nicki Minaj. We get it. So please keep going. Please continue to hate. Please continue to prop Nicki Minaj up because y'all don't understand that we live for this. And thank you again for Nicki Minaj for throwing in your support for all the children that are going to be born between 2025 and 2028 and actually helping invest into their future. I'm curious to look at your fave's bank accounts and see how much are they investing into these kids' future.
Y'all keep saying this whole thing with Nicki Minaj getting this gold card that she basically got a plan and she did it to get citizenship. But at what cost? You mean to tell me most of your fans are LGBTQ community and you got on national television, talked about them like dogs, literally following the worst president we've ever had, the worst administration we've ever had, and y'all delusional barbs is still trying to sit here and say, "Oh, she has a plan." Well, what is the plan? When do the plan go into effect? Because y'all just found out about this gold card thing the last couple days. She been on for Trump for this whole time, even during election time. People's character speaks volumes. It shouldn't be, oh, well, she can change up and say all this stuff, even if it is to get this card that was never approved by Congress. That is it even going to work? Like, I don't understand people. Y'all sell y'all soul for anything. And y'all, the ones that's really sitting here and saying that, trying to condone in her mess, y'all real delusional. I want y'all to know that. I don't care how many albums she done sold. I like Nicki Minaj music back in the day too. I don't care how many albums she done sold. Character speaks volumes.
So did she become a citizen? Yes or no? We the people want to know. Is her citizenship valid? Because having to be a woman of your caliber to get down and kiss a gold ring from Donald Duck for a citizenship is diabolical. I just feel like y'all need to check that sex of, can I say that? No. I just feel like y'all need to check that offenders list to see if her husband disappeared. And the barbs keep saying, she got a plan. What is the plan, LaWanda? What is the plan? But anywho, let's get into it.
The president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me. It actually motivates me to support him more.
You claim to be a God-fearing woman. The God is sitting high and looking low. And he ain't too pleased with this. Love you, bye.
To me, what makes it so obvious that Trump's administration is using Nicki Minaj as like this spokesperson is because it was the very first sentence that Nicki Minaj uttered when she got to the microphone, and it was, "I don't know what to say." To me, that communicates a lot of things. And it's kind of the same thing with her sit down with Erica Kirk. All of these interviews are pointless. They saw that she was on Twitter spiraling and that slowly but surely she just kind of went alt-right. They said, we don't really have a roster of celebrities that fuck with us. That's just the given. I know Amber Rose did for a little while, and that was about it, unless I'm wrong. They were like, we have the, argumentatively, one of the greatest rappers of all time that is siding with us. Get that bitch on our fucking roster right now. And I don't care if she just comes in and says hello. Put her on television with us right. Because if you sit down and ask yourself after watching all these Nicki Minaj clips, what is the purpose of you being there? You're not giving no activist ass speech. You're not, encouraging others to be great. You're not really saying anything of substance that's going to better the situation. You're saying a whole lot of nothing. And to sit there and say, oh, I'm Donald Trump's biggest fan, and then look back at him like, did I do good, massa? Did I say it right, massa? That's what it was giving. Nikki, I thought you were better than this. I'm low-key sad as fuck. And I'm not even sad that, she's made her choice. That's just what it is at this point. I don't care. I don't care about that. I just care about how I have literally watched what I thought was your intelligence just not really be there at all. I always, view Nicki as this intelligent person aside from her music. And I was just like, these speeches don't seem intelligent. To get up in front of the president and say, I don't know what to say, but I'm your biggest fan. Why are you here? And that's what it's giving, because, you see with Kamala, she brought out Beyonce, Meg, Cardi, all the girls. And they had shit to say. They had speeches. And Nicki gets up in front of everybody and says, I don't know what to say. Then why are you here? This is how I know that they're using you, and the fact that you can't see that scares me.
Something about that Nicki Minaj speech was given that she took something before she even hit the stage. I mean, she wasn't even reading off a teleprompter, and she did not really even say much. Some people are speculating in the streets that maybe she needs to get her husband pardoned, or she needs something. Because, it wasn't even a speech given. One thing I will say is that I love that coat. White fur coat, honey. Eats zone. Okay, the white fur coat, honey, was cookies. Okay, it was cookies.
Child, that lady don't give no one damn, because according to her, she finished her citizenship paperwork yesterday. And I believe her, because I told y'all she did not pay for that. What money she got? That's why she didn't want to pay that security guard, because she wanted to hold on to that money. And then here come her fan base. Yeah, y'all just so mad. The queen always making y'all mad. Is the madness in the room with me now? Like, nobody is mad at this lady. I swear for Lord, nobody is mad at her. This is just very comical and very sad to see. But I'm enjoying it, because y'all had so much to say about Megan Thee Stallion twerking. Y'all had so much to say about Cardi and her speech, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, endorsing Kamala Harris. But your fave is going out the saddest way possible. And it's even more sad that y'all keep boosting her head up to fail. Y'all gonna continue to be her biggest downfall, and I love that for y'all and for her. And y'all be wanting to talk about my faves, Cardi and Megan, so bad, but your fave is endorsing a man that don't like her nor her fan base. And she knows that and does not give a damn, because she wanted that citizenship. We keep trying to tell y'all she only used y'all to promote her music and to boost her head up and to lie to her. And we be striking a nerve clowning this lady, because as soon as we saw clowning her, y'all want to talk about physical features. Oh, I had a nerve, huh?
I'm just letting y'all know what it is. You jump in them comments and let me know what you think. I'm out.
Nicki Minaj wasn't forced or coerced or even paid to support Donald Trump. Last month, she attended a summit launch that he had, and she pledged hundreds of thousands of her own dollars in support of his cause. But we've seen this before. I've noticed with some celebrities who have a cult following, like with Nicki, it's her barbs. These kinds of celebrities are used to fans who have unwavering loyalty. They're used to a lot of praise and a lot of control over their image. When those celebrities start feeling criticized or abandoned by their fans, they turn to Trump. Not because Trump has great policy, but because Trump offers something very unique. Trump is not the kind of guy who asks you to self-reflect. He'll tell you you're misunderstood. He'll tell you they're bullying you. He'll tell you they're the problem, not you. Donald Trump offers a common enemy to these celebrities. Haven't we seen this before with Kanye West? It's like the wounded ego to MAGA pipeline. But we do need to cancel these celebrities. They're extremely wealthy and insulated, so they don't lose healthcare. They don't lose protections. They don't face the consequences of Trump's policies. So at some point, we need to release them for using Trump as some kind of a branding strategy or power move, because real people are being affected.
Well, one thing that will be interesting, Nicki has a new album that's coming out in March. We're going to see if that actually tank, because there's a lot of people online saying they're not going to buy her new album, especially after her Turning Point USA interview. A lot of people were very upset with her. She lost a lot of fans. They just stopped following her. So we shall see after this move with Donald Trump what that will do for her album sales. We shall see. But at the end of the day, what's that saying? Cooning has no retirement plan? And no, it does not have one. But she'll find that out soon enough. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I do have the Don Lemon arrest, but I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. So we'll watch that one tomorrow along with our Bible study, and I just don't want to do too much today. Mm-mm-mm. No, I mean we need to know who these sellouts are, and these are, or these people that are not with us. We need to know who they are. I want them to come to the forefront for real. Antithesis, thank you so much for the super chat. Oucha supporting. Thank you. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate it. And thank you. I did see a few more donations to my Give Send Go, so I want to thank you for that. Along with, I did get a Zelle, Cash App, and PayPal. So thank you for all of your donations. I deeply appreciate it. Definitely going to help because I'm not that far away from my surgery date. So y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll come back again on all different topics. Shalom, family.